Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? What we're going to be talking about today is what people are seeing and experiencing in everyday life when it comes to being of the prepared mind. And I get sent pictures and videos and emails. And if you would like to do so, my email's in the description box below. This first video that was sent to me is about TikTok, and I know a lot of you are going to be like, really, why are you going to listen? This video is important because the way that it is explained, you know how I come on here every day, okay, and I talk to you guys, okay, and a lot of times a lot of you say to me, when I watch one of your videos, it's like sitting at the kitchen table and having coffee with a friend. Okay. We're, communicating back and forth. And we'll also communicate via phone or text or email, right? Well, they're trying to get rid of TikTok because it's not controlled by the government. If they get rid of TikTok, what's next? Could YouTube be next? These are the things that are concerning to people like me. And, it could very well happen. One day I'm here and the next day I could be gone. YouTube could be gone. All of your favorite content creators could be gone. That's why I put out my monthly newsletter. Like I'm working on April's right now. And, if you haven't signed up for the newsletter, it's free. Just send me an email, put in the subject line newsletter, and I'll put you on the list, and I'll email you the newsletter every single month, okay? And like I said, it's absolutely free. And this is a way for me to communicate with you guys, and, I put stuff in there that I can't talk about in a video and things like that, So it's extremely important that I put this newsletter out, because there may come a time where they're trying to ban TikTok. Well, they could ban YouTube next, So it stinks that the government wants to do this, because I look at this platform, I look at YouTube as a way of communicating with some of the most important people that I've ever come across. We have built such an amazing connection with some of the most amazing people I've ever spoken to, and, like I said, I speak to a lot of you guys on the phone, and, I don't think I have ever felt like a connection with any other person like that. You know what I mean? Like okay, I'm going to call you guys out. Okay, like Denise and Bob in Georgia. I love you guys, okay? Lisa and Anne Marie in Massachusetts. I called them the other night and I was just having a bad day, and they were calm me down just like that. Stephanie Joe, I love her. She's like another mom to me. You know what I'm saying? So these are just some of the people that I have connected with. And there's so many more of you out there that I have literally connected with on a personal level. And if that were to go away, man, I would literally have a void. So, but anyway, here's the video.
A question on TikTok. Over 100 million people now use this app. What is your message to them about why you're so concerned?
the way she casually thumbs through her notebook without even looking at the pages, knowing there's nothing in there that's going to help her with probably the most important question anyone has asked her in weeks, as she tries to act like it's just some run-of-the-mill question. Oh, by the way, TikTok. You're the press secretary. You're all things media. You're obsessed with the media. TikTok has 100 million users that use it for 90 minutes a day. You know this is huge. She tries to play it down like it's practically nothing.
Said he wasn't sure if the U.S. should ban TikTok when he was asked about this. Now the administration seems to be hardening its stance. You're backing this legislation, as you mentioned. We've learned, now warning that a possible ban could be at risk here. What?
The key part of that, like it usually is, what changed? I'll tell you what changed. TikTok didn't start collecting any kind of data that it wasn't already collecting before. It's also not collecting data that a million other companies don't harvest and sell in nice, tight, neat little packages to all kinds of people around the world, which are freely available. I don't think that China went out of its way to create an app in order to track and monitor stuff that's widely available on the market already. Would have been a lot more cost effective for them to just go buy it. But what they did do was give Americans the ability to communicate with each other. And what has been happening, as she mentioned, there's 100 million users now, 90 minutes a day, using this platform to communicate with each other. That is a huge threat. And not to the Americans, not to the individuals who are communicating their ideas to one another, but to the administration in power. And that's why this is a bipartisan bill that she's so proud to keep pointing out. It's bipartisan because both parties in power agree that it's dangerous for the American people to communicate their ideas to one another without their control. See, it's fine when it's the mainstream media that they have control over. It's fine when it's Twitter and Facebook and other companies that they have control over, but it's not fine when it's a company they don't have control over. Twitter was okay before, and now Twitter's a problem because it's no longer controlled by the US government. See how this works? This is probably the biggest question she's ever been asked in her career, and she has to know it. She's a press secretary of the United States of America. TikTok is a really big deal. It's way bigger than any conversation they've ever had from that podium about anything.
And here's another video that was sent to me by a community member, and this talks about the Federal Reserve and how they are having the biggest loss since 1915. I'm going to be putting out another video about the Federal Reserve later on, about how they're going to be doing a launch in July. Yeah, huge launch. Here you go.
So I don't want to be the bearer of bad news and deliver more negative news to you. But you guys already know it's my obligation to kind of deliver information based on money so that you can prepare. And a friend just sent me something that I cannot actually believe, and it is real. So let me show you. This article just came out. It says the Fed's operating losses becomes taxpayers' losses. And let's get into the article. The year 2023 is shaping up to be a financially challenging one for the Federal Reserve. The Fed is on track to post its first annual operating loss since 1915. The annual loss will be large, perhaps $80 billion or more, and this cash loss does not count the massive unrealized mark-to-market losses on the Fed's fixed-rate securities portfolio. An operating loss of $80 billion would, if properly accounted for, leave the Fed with negative capital of $38 billion at the end of 2023. And these are the same people that we pay to get the economy under control, and they don't know how to get themselves under control. So now has never been a more important time for you to understand money and how money works, because as you can see, you cannot be dependent on them anymore. So keep following this channel. I will give you as much information as I can to help you get where you need to go, because I'm done listening to them. It's over.
Okay, so here's another video that was sent to me by a community member, and this is quite concerning. If you or a loved one have ADHD and you are on anything for your ADHD, and you're noticing any kind of change with what you are like or what you are doing, with your medication or anything like that, or your ADHD, there's probably a reason because of it. Okay, take a listen to what this girl is going through, and what is actually happening to her. And it's really sad because ADHD is not a joke. My granddaughter has it, and it's not something to mess with. You know what I'm saying? Here you go.
Hey, I gotta tell y'all something. My people with ADHD, or my people with kids with ADHD, this is for y'all. Hey, so y'all know that in like October, there started being a shortage of ADHD medicine. And then like now it's like bad. You can't find anything. So I've been diagnosed with ADHD for a long time, medicated for a long time. And so recently, like December, I started feeling like my medicines wasn't working as good. And then I felt like it just wasn't working at all. So I was like, first I was like, am I building a tolerance to it? And then I was like, no, because I've been on the same milligram for years and years and years and never built a tolerance. And then I was like, are they taking the little bit of supply that they do have and kind of trying to stretch it? And like, it's this milligram, but really it's this little one. Then I was like, they're giving us placebos. So yesterday I went to my medication refill appointment, and I told my doctor all this. And I was like, I'm telling you right now that if I took a drug test, I would not pop for amphetamines like I'm supposed to. Pretty sure. Almost positive. And she was like, that's illegal. They can't do that. And I was like, yes, well, they're doing it. So I took my P-test, and I was negative for amphetamines. And then it was like, where are you taking your pills? Girl, yeah. What did you talk about? I cannot risk not taking my medicine, even if it is placebos. And so, yeah, I was negative after taking my medicine like I'm supposed to. And I'm not supposed to be negative. So I don't feel like a crazy conspiracy theorist anymore. I feel validated. I feel like I was right. And if y'all are noticing like anything weird with your medication or your kid's medication, probably go take a drug test and see if you pop for amphetamines like you're supposed to. And yeah, let me know. Let me know if you or your kids are acting different or you're feeling different. I want to know. I want to know how you. That's enough. Let me know, okay? Oh, and Big Pharma. I got some questions for you. Oh wait, I also have more. Can y'all just let me say this? My medicine used to be $12 and now it's $50. Y'all are making me pay so much. Boo-koo for sugar. Big Pharma. That's enough. Okay, y'all let me know.
Okay, so here is a list that was sent to me by a community member. And there are 800 stores that are closing in 2023. Bed Bath & Beyond have 416 stores that are closing. Tuesday Morning has 265 stores that are closing. Bed Bath & Body Works, 50 stores. Gap and Banana Republic, 46 stores. Party City, 22 stores. Best Buy, 20 stores. Walmart, 10 stores. Amazon, at least 8 stores. Big Lots, 7 stores. The Real, never heard of them, 6 stores. Macy's, 4 stores. Target, 4 stores. And JCPenney's, 2 stores. It's interesting. Bed Bath & Beyond, 416 stores. Well, I know they were in huge trouble because of the their CEO was doing something with their stocks, and he did something illegal. I remember that. And then he like jumped off a balcony or something like that. Yeah, that was like last year. Yeah, I remember that. Commercial break. I got an email from a community member, and she said, up here, we got the scam with the EBT through texting. I got one of the texts, but normally I delete them and I use my card and it was fine. So if people get a text about EBT, don't open it. It's a scam. Just delete it. I feel for the mom because I did a video about a mother who her EBT card got skimmed, and there was $900 that was used in because she lives in Washington State, and her EBT card somehow got used in California and in another state, all within in the same day, within minutes of each other. Yeah. She said, I feel for the mother though, but just how really two places, I thought you have to have a card itself to use it, just how I still don't know how that happened. I really don't. And it's kind of bothering me, you know, because my daughter-in-law, she has EBT, and I told her about it. I said, watch. I said, don't, if you're not using it, leave it at home. Don't even put it in your wallet, because you just don't know anymore. You really don't. So this was sent to me by a community member, and she put in the subject line of the email, is this how the financial collapse begins? So it says, what comes next? Are we in big trouble? Each day this week brought even more shocking financial news than the day before. There have been multiple bank closures and the Fed stepping in to make depositors whole. All the while, those who invested in the bank stocks are holding on to worthless stock, and they probably won't be able to trade again for any value. Moody's downgraded the outlook for the entire American banking sector. We further learned that one of the largest banks in the world, Credit Suisse, is in serious trouble too. Yes, they are. Their shares have plummeted on the exchange, and the wealthy Saudi backers have refused further assistance or fiscal support. We aren't out of the woods by any stretch. This could be the tipping point of a more significant global collapse. I will it says, if you think this isn't a concern, you will want to rethink that position. There isn't a lot they are not telling you. Wow. Yeah, they're not going to release, a lot. They really aren't. And that's just the sad part. We're not going to find out anything until SHTF happens. And that's just the sad truth. So here's a picture for you that was sent to me about what is in plant-based meats. Titanium dioxide, methacellulose, propranolone, whatever, I can't spell it, ferric phosphate, and magnesium carbonate. And here's a shocker for you. Did you know that Kellogg's, they donated $91 million to BLM after cutting employees' benefits? This is just, wow. So stop buying Kellogg's products. All the food pyramid is a lie. Holy smokes. Who would have thought? No kidding. And my meme guy, he strikes again with another really good commercial break. He said, I didn't like the new currency that the government is planning to release. For one thing, it still has the same old white guys that we've been seeing for the last 100 years. We need some diversity. Also, we know that our fiat money is insane. It is based on and backed by nothing but our confidence in the system, not to mention that it is being hyperinflated to the moon. So I created samples that I believe would address both of these issues. So here's an email that was sent to me by a community member. And she said, now I get the phrase Nero fiddles as Rome burns. The governments are fiddling around while we all suffer. Jesus. Yeah, you're right. Now here's an email from a community member, and she said, it has been reported that SVB filed bankruptcy, so here goes. SVB is owned by SVB Financial Group, who are the biggest shareholders in the financial group. If you guess Victor and Bunny, you get extra points. Saw the list that Sean gave you showing all of the companies in red. Pick one, and any one, and check the shareholders, Victor and Bunny. Their stock is losing money. Now, Blackstone, which is Relative, is a REIT company, and REIT is REIT, Real Estate Investment Trust Company. They get hundreds of millions from people like Billy to invest in properties, who then get interest payments from the investments. The trust, who has restrictions on how much money you can withdraw each quarter. Blackstone is in trouble. The investors want their money. Blackstone doesn't have it, so Blackstone missed a $500 million interest payment on a loan. Also, they very quietly sold their interest in 2 casinos in Vegas late last year to raise capital. Financial problems, perhaps? An outside possibility is Victor and Bunny are losing money, a lot of money. They are top shareholders in Norfolk Southern. Ding, 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 right? Norfolk is in trouble, up to the top in their tankers. Train derailments and lawsuits. Plus, all the companies in the red on Sean's list are losing money and banks are going under. Just something for you to think about. On a separate note, there is an article that Patera brought up yesterday about Pantry PORN, written by a professor at Loyola. You might want to take a look. I sent the reporter an email, and the first sentence contained word ignorant. We'll let you know if I get a response. That's awesome. Thank you. So she sent another email. Oh boy. And this is about Amazon. She said they're in trouble big time. What company isn't in trouble right now? She said, in November, December, I received more than one damaged shipment of Augason Farms products. I took pictures of the severely dented cans. There were 3 of them, and sent an email to Amazon. A very nice executive assistant responded. We will send replacements, and you can do with what you want to the damaged cans. Normally, if you want to return the product, they provide a QR code. Last night, we received 3 emails saying our Visa card was being charged for these items because they hadn't been returned by March 7th. They told you to do with whatever you wanted, so why are they charging you for them? What? Additionally, the charges were for full price. I never buy Augason Farms unless it's on sale. Send an email to Amazon basically asking what the shite is going on. Then I ordered a case of copy paper this week. It was supposed to be delivered by Friday. It wasn't. It said, we're sorry, your package is running late. You can check with the post office to find out where it is. Dear Amazon shoppers, keep an eye on every order you place. The service they provide is decreasing and the prices are increasing. When they start going back to charging for items they didn't ask to be returned or provide QR codes, you know they are having problems. Take care and be safe. Holy wow. Whoa, okay. So I am going to leave a link for you. This is for food saver bags. This community member said, my mom reminded me about this site. I just ordered 100 pint bags along with 100 quart food saver bags for $35.99 for a total of 200 bags for the one price and no shipping fee if I chose standard. They have other options of sizes for bags. I wanted to share this in case anyone is interested. Thank you very much. Now, this community member wrote in and she sent some pictures and she said, color me confused. How can I have a bill that says I have no balance and then a bill that shows a past due amount? Tricky, tricky, tricky. What the heck? Then this community member, she sent me a picture and she said, it's a picture that says Iceland put bankers in jail rather than bailing them out, and it worked. The more you know. So this community member said, I always cut my bacon into small pieces. Why in the world does every piece look identical and never look the same? Is our meat being manufactured? Yes, it is. Yes. Now, one last picture before I go. She said, we've been stuck in traffic for over an hour. Look at this police activity. Wow. What happened? Accident? There's firemen over there. Is that an accident? I can't see. What is that? The blue car's in my way. Tell it to move. All right, guys, that's all for this video. I'll see you in the next one, okay? You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping, and as always, fearless. Ciao.